Sorry, on the way.
They didn't say anything yesterday about not coming.
Okay. All right, and well, we're okay with 3. That's not a problem. So, Chris is going to be a bit late today. So he should be getting on about 9:30. But you do have missions or adventures to go on if you wish. So you've got Cabal's Soul Shards, and you've received an invite from a Madame Teresa Delise. She is planning to hold a séance shortly, as she has been in contact with a particular spirit of interest.
Well, just randomly invited us.
Well, because Lego is one of the heralds now, she has sent the invite to your whole cabal. As she, Madame Teresa, she is a mage in the south of London, and
It's Lego's fault again.
no, it's not Lego's fault. No, it's just the fact that you are you and Lego and your whole cabal are kind of an recognised cabal now in London, and so therefore you've been invited to this particular séance. It's not unusual. Basically, it's like
I think going to the seance will be very fun.
Does this mess up the timeline for
the
ship?
the Black Swan. Yes, it will.
Yeah, I thought so.
But the Black Swan will be in dock for a week, so you're okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
We could just get it on the out.
Yeah, you can go to it on the out when it's going out.
well, it won't be. Yeah, it could be up to a week, I think, or something. But yeah,
I think we should go to the seance. What could possibly go wrong?
well, now you've said that, everything.
Yeah, famous last word.
Yeah.
What? There's no way Rob
was
would
that
give us a quest that
Adam's
everything
last
will
words?
go well. We're just going to go to the seance. We're going to have some fun talking to some group, and then we'll go home. Nothing is going to happen.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you and everyone else has very different definitions of fun.
Or you got the Cabal Soul Shards that you can look for. Your
Yeah, we have
choice.
to come back.
Yeah, it's your choice, guys. Oh, there's also the Crystal of Tuteli, where you can try and
Got
figure
that
out.
back.
Yeah, which you can try and figure out what's going on with that as well.
What's going on with that?
Hmm.
Just in general.
Yeah.
It's been behaving itself recently.
It has, yeah. Yeah, it's been behaving itself. It's been doing its thing. So, like I say, your choice, guys. What do you wish to do?
My vote's on the seance.
I vote for the seance.
Okay. That's it. I will babysit these two then. What could go wrong?
Okay.
Well, there's no money lending. What's that?
Yeah, there's no one to take you out for dinner on the way. Oh,
Yeah, that too.
I'm less likely to be racially insensitive on this storyline as well.
well.
Really?
I said less likely. I said less likely.
Jeez.
The chances is never zero.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're saying racism's a bit like being hungry. You know, not always, but you know. You have to do this.
Boys,
You know that today is the Black Swan. It will be docking in London
Good.
on this day.
On this day. Oh
you see
shit!
clear.
Won't they be unloading all the people and everything? Oh, but then we can't do that anyway because that
Can't do anything at the docks.
because
We have
that's
been
the
told,
docks, yeah.
or else we will get hurt.
And then some. Yeah.
Well, you'll be breaking the Mithras's rules of Elysium if you do anything.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
go.
Fortunately, Lego's not here.
Not with these
So-
two.
You can
We can be
go.
safe.
There's nothing stopping you from going as long as you don't cause trouble
Yeah.
in the supernatural sense.
Why
As they-
would we ever cause trouble?
Well, yeah. Oh dear. You've also got your own laws to consider as well, like the laws of gold. Don't forget those. Which means you can't unveil the truth in capital T's to the sleepers. Essentially, you can't. You're not really allowed to do magic around them. You got to keep the veil up.
No. Else you'll get a very angry letter from the Ministry of Magic and you'll be expelled from Hogwarts.
A little bit worse than that, but yes.
Yes. Your rent will go up.
You'll be
What do you
told.
mean?
You'll be told to leave London and never return to England.
Wow, that's leave London but never allowed to return to England. That's harsh.
Yeah, they basically exile you from the country. You become apostate, and that means open season.
Could be killed.
That
Or
basically
worse,
means
expelled.
yeah, basically means you become apostate and you will be hunted down by other mages. You'll be open season on you all.
Adam's been rewatching Harry Potter recently.
That's okay. I shall retire to Rangoon, where I can meet up with my Zulu friends.
Okay, so you're going to this seance.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's a new day. If you because it's a new day, you can all regain 1 point of willpower if you haven't got any.
Yeah.
The seance, the invite for the seance is at 10 p.m. So you've got the day to spend if you wish, or I can fast forward it.
Oh, then we could spend the day going to the docks and just watching.
Certainly can, yeah.
I'm
Hanging
going to
out.
mix all the tasks from the Halo because I think I was the only one doing spells last time.
Yeah, okay. So you're heading
Doing cold spells.
Are you heading to the docks?
I am. I don't know if they are.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Okay.
You know, well, what are we doing on the docks? Because last time we were just asking questions, and that brought.
I'm just
Aggro.
innocently observing.
I think someone started carving a message on one boat, which may
Yes. But
go wrong.
it triggered certain events off, yes.
Who did that? That was very unprofessional, though.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you had
yeah.
you had sawdust all over you.
Okay, so you head to the docks, to the East Indian docks, where the Black Swan is docked up. You get there, and the whole docks are busy. It's not just one boat, one ship that's come up today. There's quite a few large ships there. But dominating the particular key that you've been given the number to for the Black Swan is a large jet black hulled galleon. The sides of which have ports for multiple cannons, and you can see swarming across the decks various men undoing ropes, tightening up ropes, and moving cargo. If you want to make a perception check, everybody. Okay. You also see some large crates being pulled up out of the hold by the cranes and placed upon the quayside. Or should I say on the quayside on top of wagons and then strapped down and ready to be moved. Inside some of these, on the top of some of these crates and along the top, you can see tiny holes have been drilled.
Air holes.
Probably. Did our perception rolls actually come through? 'Cause
Yes, I got them here. They're all in private.
yeah, it didn't even come up and say it's private, so I wasn't sure
Yeah, I got
if
it.
I'd actually pressed the button or not.
Yeah, you got 3
That's
successes.
Yes.
all.
Enoch got
Whoa.
2.
What are they?
Quatermain got 4.
Mm.
One of those boxes contains the first of my collection.
What?
You're gonna collect French girls. That's kind of
Yes.
worrying.
Yeah.
You knew I was. I'm going to start my own brothel.
Because that's not as well.
Oh yeah, that was also very worrying.
Yes. I shall pick the best one to add to make a start to my collection.
Didn't we work out that you have no money for buying people, you slave
I
trader?
don't. I don't.
Lego does.
I don't. But
It
Yeah,
is-
but even for Lego, it was like,
it's okay. We'll work something out.
I think he's going to be a Sonic investor too.
you lot start slave trading, or even
I'm not trading in slaves. They're not slaves. How dare you.
buying slaves for brothels.
They're not
I make
slaves.
you
They're
all.
prostitutes.
They're
They
not.
get paid.
No, these people have been kidnapped.
They have not been kidnapped. They came on their own volition.
No, they didn't actually.
No,
That's why they're in
this
crates.
is why we were dealing with it. Yeah,
That's why they're in crates. They did not come of their own violation.
They come over here to have a new life, and they will get
No,
their new life.
That's the story they was told, yes, but when they got away from their families, you know that their
Yes.
papers have been
Yes,
taken.
so, and it's true. Nobody's lied to them. They got over here.
no, they were.
They
kind
have
of
come over
kidnapped
here,
first.
and they're going to have a better life.
No, they're not. They're
No,
really
they-
not.
Before they got
come
over here,
and they're
they
going to have
were
a better
kidnapped
life in my
because they were
brothel than
shoved in a
will.
crate. It's definitely not a better life in
They have
Glory
not
Bowl.
been kidnapped. They have not been kidnapped. How dare you? That's
It's-
blasphemy. That is.
But they have.
Even if you don't treat them as a slave, they're indentured servitude, which is against. Well,
Exactly, which is legally different from slavery.
yeah, but still not legally thing in Britain.
Slaves that are illegal in Britain, as soon as they touch British soil, they are free,
Yeah,
as per the Magna Carta.
Good job then. Good job they're not slaves then.
indentured servitude is also not.
They've been kidnapped and held against their will.
And you want to be
They
their
have
new
not.
slave
How
master.
dare you? That's slander. That is complete slander.
If I was allowed to do magic on this dock, I would shut you up permanently right now.
Please.
Hello, Tori. You joined
Hello
it as an
there.
interesting time.
And also,
I have, yes.
Quakermain.
Everybody, you're all on the docks at the East India Company, watching the Black Swan be unloaded. You've seen various pieces of cargo being lifted off, as well as large crates with holes drilled into the side of them and placed onto wagons, ready to be shipped out of the docklands. You can also see a lot of men swarming the deck of the Black Swan as they work taking the cargo off.
Can I see? What's my mate's name? My mate Stevedore. Oh no, he is a Stevedore.
Yeah, he is a
Uh,
Stevedore.
Yeah, Marcus O'Reilly.
Yes,
Can I see him
yeah,
floating about?
yeah, he is working on out there. Yeah. You also see Lego's ship docked up as well. His little sloop.
Hmm. No, he hasn't taken us to see it yet, has he? Do we even know what it?
Oh no,
Name of
you
it
don't
or
even know the name of it.
like?
No, no, that's true.
Yeah,
No, you don't see it then.
He doesn't share things.
No, not a very good brother, is
Friends,
he?
family. No, absolutely not. Only his boyfriend takes him out for dinner all the time. Candlelit dinners.
He's grooming Enoch.
Yeah.
I've got expensive taste.
Yeah. How close is Marcus to the Black Swan?
It's about halfway. You're currently about 150 meters away. He's not within range or
He's not
earshot.
part of the. He's not part of the crew. That's.
No, he's actually sat on a barrel
yeah.
currently, just chatting, playing cards.
I want to take him outside. Bear with me.
You are
What,
outside,
Marcus?
you're on the dock.
You are outside. It's all out.
Yeah, I'm taking the dog outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, sorry. Thank you. I was like,
What did Marcus do to you?
yeah,
Quick chat up. Taking him outside.
we're going outside, you and I. We're going to have it out. The dog, I mean, not you. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
good boy. You're a little shithead, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yeah, little shithead.
Little poo
It's like
machine.
when we used to listen. It's like when we used to listen to Ollie chatting to his cat.
Yeah, is your cat still there,
Very
Ollie?
reminiscent.
Yeah, I don't know where he is at the minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He'll show up eventually.
So
Probably
yeah.
when he gets tense and I need
Wait.
to do something.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So Marcus
So he'll get
is
in the way.
sat on a barrel playing some cards with his friends.
Jeez.
He's too busy there at the moment.
He's not busy. He's just dossing.
You're outside.
No, not him, but the rest. Obviously, because it's being unloaded. I'm only after like a slither of wood from the ship or something. But we can do it. Try and do it when it's less busy.
Well, you can do it now if you want. I mean, there is a big crowd there.
Tell him you're a boat spotter.
What?
Tell him you're a boat spotter.
He doesn't care who I am as long as I pay him.
Well, pay him then.
Just I need to make sure it's from that ship. It's only in case we need to like get Lego or actually I think Enoch might even be able to do it.
What am I
Or is
doing?
it just
Space.
but for if we need to scry on the ship later on. Or have a link to
Oh, is that?
Oh, do you
Is
want
that
me
space?
to get
I don't
you
have
want me
space.
to get some wood or something on the ship?
it. Without getting us into trouble, the idea is. So hence why I was just gonna ask
You never said that.
it's implied since we don't want to die.
Don't imply things. You need to be explicit. Never said that.
So I thought Marcus could just randomly have a look along near the, if you can't get on the ship or whatever, where they're unloading, see if a splinter's getting knocked off or something.
So
Actually, it's probably not likely.
you head up to
off the
Marcus.
ship, actually.
You're heading up to Marcus.
Yeah, I'll give him a nod to.
You see him say something to his friends. He gets up off the barrel and saunters over to you. Hey, what's up, Proteus?
Oh, not much. You got a win in hand, or?
Yeah, I'm having a shit day, to be honest. No ships coming in. Not going to get paid. Do you believe it? We're actually playing for straws. Me and the lads.
You
But,
don't mind? Bit
nah,
of coin then.
I always look for a bit of coin. As long as it's honest, like.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'll not be stealing, though. If that's what you're after.
well, no, it's not really stealing. I'm after. I just need something from the ship,
Well,
not cargo or anything.
which ship you talking about? There's many. This is the docks,
The
after
big-
all.
The big black one, the
Oh.
Black Swan.
The Black Swan, eh?
I just need like a slither of wood from the decking or something from the ship itself.
Well,
Just-
like a
but it could
memento.
Kinda, yeah. But it, like I say, it doesn't need to be expensive. It just can be like a slither of wood or something. It just needs to be from the ship. Could you think you could, without causing any issues, grab something like that?
Yeah, give us a couple of shillings. I'll do what I can.
It's 2 shillings waiting for you.
All right. I'll be back in a minute. And you see him walk over. He's not particularly quick about it, all right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't want to cause him.
And he walks up, and you can see him looking around, and he starts chatting to some of the crew. And you see one of them nod. They look down and throw him something. A few minutes later, he comes walking back after saying his goodbyes. They're all laughing and cheering and waving at him as he walks away. And he comes back to you, and he says, "No splinters, Proteus, but I've got you this." And he gives you the ship's carpenter's chisel.
Oh, okay.
They said it would be funny, a bit of a jape, because the carpenter's been riding them for quite a few days now. So they gave me his chisel.
Okay, I don't think that'll work to their advantage, but all the same, I suppose that works.
Well, he said a memento. What better
Yeah.
than the carpenter's chisel from a ship?
Yeah, I think he'll probably do. That's fine. Obviously, I give him the 2 shillings.
Cheers very much, mister. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah. Just wanted to remind you, I'm pretty sure he does not know my name.
Dante, I thought you introduced yourself to as Proteus.
I very much doubt it. I think I generally aimed all the talking towards him.
Oh, okay, my mistake then. He would call you sir
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I just, whenever he asked me something, I was just like, "It's for money. Do you realise?" It's like sway the conversation.
Oh, okay. Right, so my mistake. I thought you introduced yourself as Proteus.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. You've got the Black Swan carpenter's chisel.
Okie dokie. Oh. Even if you're not winning in hand, you at least got some money out of today, so.
Yeah, at least the missus will be pleased.
As long as you don't spend it before you get back.
Yeah, we did try to get on to unloading the Black Swan, but they've got their own crew to do that. Didn't want any of us touching the brand stuff. Don't know why. I mean, it's just cargo at the end of the day. But hey ho.
Yeah, I've heard some crews get really fussy.
Yeah. So I took the liberty of doing this. And he also he says, "I found a bit of a loose part on one of the crates that they got on those wagons." And he hands you about 6 inches long splinter of wood. I think they kind of knocked it about a bit. So you can also mark down splinter of wood from one of the large crates with holes.
Yes. Where were it? Oh, my character sheet. That'd be handy.
Now that one, I did filch. But that's just between you and I.
Don't think anyone's going to cares about a splinter of wood. So
I don't think so, but you never know. If anyone asks, you don't know where you got it from. If anyone asks me where you got stuff from, I don't know.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Okay. Right here. Let's put it in melee just in case they stab someone in the neck with it.
Accidentally or on purpose?
Oh, yeah. Well, one's the same as the other. Okay, so it's. Okay. I will give him an extra shilling for that extra. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Pleasure doing business with you.
Right, I will let you get back to your game.
Cheers. And you take care, eh?
I will do. Look after yourself.
Yeah, you too, sir.
Don't lose that money before you get back to the missus.
Oh, don't worry. I won't. This is like a week and a half's pay for me, this. So she's going to be happy.
Oh, women ever happy.
Yeah, mine is.
Oh, brag much.
Yeah, I keep her busy, you know, 4 kids.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I remember that. Well, you're definitely going to need that money then.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the eldest is sweeping the streets, you know, of the horse shit and that for the ladies and gents crossing the roads. He gets paid a few pence, but the lad can't read all right. I'm kind of hoping to put the other 3 through school, however.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can help with that whenever I can.
It's not your burden, sir.
Well, no, but
It's my
if
burden.
I'm around the docks and I need something,
Well,
you're
yeah.
my man to go to. So
Absolutely. Yeah. You always remember old Marcus. I'll try and do what I can do and do right by you. As long as it's legal and on the up, you know.
Yeah.
If I ask for something and I get given it, then it's not theft, is it?
Nope.
There we go then. Quite simple. Anyway, you take care, sir. Oh,
anyway,
by the way,
oh,
what's your name? Or what do I call you? I mean, I can't keep calling you sir.
you can. Oh shit! No, I don't want to do that.
Call me Lego.
No, well, I was gonna head that way. It's just cool. You could just, if you need to, just
Wait.
call me Mr. Block.
Mr. Block. Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Mr. Block,
Wait.
pleasure doing business with you, and here's for many days to come.
So,
And he goes back to playing his cards.
I'm pretty sure. When Lego was in the gentleman's club thing, he called himself Mr. He was Lego Block. because he's so weird.
But there you go. So it's currently about 10:30 as you finish up at the docks. Where do you want to go next?
Well, two people's idea was so great.
Yes. And you got something out of it, so stop complaining.
Not for me.
You can all take a beat for that as well, 'cause that's the end of the scene.
Dane, you got something for it as well, so shut up.
I wasn't the one complaining.
You're always complaining.
I never complain. How dare you? Right. Okay. Well, I'm satisfied with my future cargo.
Oh dear.
Right. So, can we go back to the sanctum?
Yes, you can if you wish.
Good. I would like to go back to the sanctum.
Are you all heading back there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. By the time you get back to the sanctum, it's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Can I go up to the attic, or wherever it is the girls are?
Yes, you can go up to the attic.
Oh dear.
Where is it?
There goes our good relationship.
Dare you? You have no idea what I'm going to ask them.
I'm sure it won't help.
I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay. They open it up. Or Tasani opens it up. Oh, hello, Quatermain.
Ah! Hello, Tassoli. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Oh yes, I'm doing good. Yes, yes. I actually came up here to ask you something.
Oh?
Um,
What is that?
do you like living here?
Well, yes. It's only a halfway point for us as we're looking for new accommodations. But it's nice. It's peaceful.
You have okay, and what's the latest on that?
Oh well, we're thinking of moving out of London, to be honest. Going back north, possibly back out towards Cambridge or Peterborough way.
Oh, up that way. Yes, yes. And do you like this room? Has this room been fit for your needs?
Oh yes, it's been very well fit for our needs for what little we have. Yes, I mean, Brianna and I, and we've managed to make this place a home from home. What's these questions about, Quatermain?
Well, I've been thinking about maybe increasing the female presence in this house. Let's say.
Okay.
So I was just scouting the land. That's a hunting term, you see. and just making sure. See, when you acquire something, you have to, before you acquire it, you have to make sure you have the right space for it to live and be happy.
So you're basically wanting to kick us out.
No, not at all. Far from it. Far from it. No, I would like uh,
Email.
another female to join your ranks.
Really?
Yes.
Are they what order are they from?
I don't know. I don't speak French.
So they're from France.
Yes.
Okay. Well, surely you could write in high speech to each other. That's universal.
Not sure they can read. I'm not sure I can write.
All mages can read and write high speech. It's innate in us.
Right. Yes. I'm not sure they can read mine. But that's beside the point. But they're only going to be here. I mean, they're really only going to be here to sleep. I wouldn't worry about what they do during the day.
What are you trying to get at?
I'm not trying to get at anything. I just want them to have somewhere where they can go.
Well, you got plenty of room here. I mean, there's plenty of rooms in this house.
Yes, but I thought it would be best if they with their own kind.
And she just sort of looks at you in an incredulous gasp. What's that supposed to mean, Mr. Quatermain?
Well, that's just it, you see. I'm a Mr. and you're a Mrs.
Yes.
I just thought it would be better if, because this person is going to be a Mrs., that it would be better if they were with other Misses.
I see. And do you expect us to take them with us when we leave? So do you want them
Rather
to...
you did.
Wait, you just said you want them to join our cabal? Or what's left of it?
No. Not join your cabal. Just share the room with you.
But we don't even know them.
I'm sure you'll get along like, well, think of it as a sleepover.
Well, this is your house. This is your house after all, and we are just guests. I suppose. Fine. Okay. We can make room, I guess. We can look at another room as well. We could take the floor if you want.
No. You stay here, and you when they do arrive, you can help them with women things.
Okay. Right. She's still looking at you, frowning. Could you make a manipulation and let's just see, a manipulation and a socialize roll, please?
Yep. Not persuasion.
No, manipulation, as you're trying to manipulate her.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hits.
All right. We'll look after her.
Thank you. Got nothing to do with Proteus. Keep your big nose out of it. This is my venture.
My house.
Yes, and I'm earning my keep vicariously.
Okay. And while this is going on upstairs, what's the rest of you doing?
How long have we got till the?
The séance is at 10 p.m.
It's 12:30.
Yeah. Currently, it's 12:30 in the afternoon.
I think I was doing a sculpture, so I'll carry on doing that.
Okay. Anybody else? What's Vanitas doing?
I don't know.
Okay, you painting?
Yeah, may as well.
Is he?
May as well finish it.
Is he painting?
He's one of the brothel girls he saw.
Okay, so he's going to flesh out that painting. Okie dokie. And Enoch.
And he wants
And the culture I see.
I'm going to be
just
cleaning
one of the
and
girls, because then he'll
maintaining my
sell it
revolver.
off.
Yep, alright, mate. Okie dokie. I will fast forward it then if that's what everybody is doing.
Yep.
Okay. You all arrive at the south part of London, where Madame Teresa is holding her séance in a relatively mediocre townhouse. It's in a district that's known for its scholars and occultists. You can see it's got white curtains, black drapes. The front door is also painted black with brass furniture upon it. You go up there and knock on the door. A few minutes pass and she opens it. The Inominata. Welcome. Please come in. You see a lady dressed in a very simple black frock. Her hair's tied up and tied into a bun at the back. Greyish eyes. She looks early 60s as her wrinkles are lining her face, giving her some character. She opens the door and allows you to step through. Please put your coats and hats on the rack and follow me through to the lounge, she says as she closes the door and heads off into the lounge. You put your coat and hat on the rails and follow her through. And in the lounge you see 3 other prominent mages of London. Madame Teresa stands there and she says, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the cabal known as the Innominata. Where's Lego, by the way, the herald?
Anyway, he had errands to run.
Oh, I see.
Yes, he's
He's a herald, you see.
currently indisposed.
Oh, very good. That's okay.
Sends his apologies.
That's okay.
Everything.
That's fine. We can still do this with us all here. I am, of course, Madame Teresa de Lice. This here is Lord Edgar Fairfax of the Ghost Club. This is Dr. Ambrose Kettering. He's studying psychology and the effects of seances on the mind. And this is Lady Margaret Locke. She is Sir Percival's widow and she is desperate for answers about her husband's death. Do you all want to roll wits and streetwise? Or no, sorry, wits and occult if you want. Whichever's
Can you
highest.
put all those names in the chat for me?
Yeah.
Or was it wits and occult?
Yeah, or streetwise, whichever's highest.
Cool.
Okay, I'll come to that in a moment. Okay.
Edgar Fairfax was of the Ghost Club.
Yes. Right, I'm going to send a whisper to Proteus.
Mhm. Sending me a whisper on an essay.
There you go.
Oop.
That's what you know of these people with that roll.
Okay.
Madame Teresa says, "It will take me a while to set up the table for the séance. So please, entertain yourselves while I do this. There's refreshments on the table and some food as well that I've put on. Talk amongst yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. I will summon you when I'm ready and prepared." And she heads off into a back room and closes the door. Lord Edgar sits there. No doubt she's attaching the wires and strings to various ornaments around the place to make it look really spooky when she starts to wiggle her toes and fingers.
Ah, you are not a believer then, Lord Edgar?
Absolutely not, no. It's poppycock, if you ask me.
Quick,
Yes.
you've never seen a ghost then?
Don't believe in them. I think it's just a figment of people's imaginations. And let's put it like this. Never had one. Never dealt with any. Never seen any. So I doubt they exist.
Have you ever seen the Himalayas, Lord Edgar?
No, but I would like to at one point. But my business takes me elsewhere.
Hang on. But if you've never... But you believe they exist, even though you've never seen them.
Well, of course, they're on maps.
Okay.
It's like the mountain range that cuts the continent of Africa straight in half. No one's ever seen those, but they're there.
How do you know?
Well, it's on a map.
So how can you say that you've never seen a ghost, so you don't believe it? You've never seen the Himalayas, but you believe they exist.
Well, yes, because I've heard people return from those and have explored them.
People have seen ghosts and have told you about them, yet you still don't believe.
That's completely different. I mean,
How is it completely different?
it is. If there was ghosts in this world, we would have seen them by now.
We have seen them.
Really?
People have seen them for centuries.
Well, unfortunately, no one's managed to document any or draw any.
What do you mean document any?
They've
Have
all
you
been-
have you not read Charles Dickens?
That's a fictional story, sir.
No
Ghosts.
story. Of course it's real.
It's a fictional story written by a gentleman, possibly heavy into his opium, or maybe even other forms of drug abuse.
Slander.
Maybe.
Slander. I've seen a ghost.
Well,
So I know them.
did you take
You
a?
were living out with the fuzzy wuzzies for quite some time, so
Did you take a photograph of it,
Fuzzy Wuzzies
sir?
aren't Certainly did not. I was scared out of my wits. It gave me the willies, and not in a good way.
Well, that's why I'm here, I suppose, to see if they do exist. But I don't think we're going to see anything other than a hoax. And a sham, a charlatan. That's all this Madame Teresa is. Although she's a mage like myself, she has her ideas set on other realms rather than this one.
Hang on. This guy is a ghost, but this guy's a
He's a
mage,
mage.
and he doesn't believe. He doesn't
he's obviously
think ghosts.
yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't mean he's
How does that make sense?
a moral.
As I'd say, I'm a Christian, but I don't believe God exists.
Basically, he's possibly a mage that doesn't
Oh,
have
right.
access to death or spirit.
Spirit, yeah.
So therefore, he wouldn't be able to interact with any.
Well, he's a knob. He's a fucking knob. Sorry, but he is. He's a complete moron.
Yeah. What the
I haven't got
fuck?
access to mind magic. I don't go around saying that mind magic doesn't exist.
People are
Especially
different.
when you have no mind.
Lots of people are different, and you. Quatermain, did you? What did you roll on
Some
your wits
people
and
are very
occult?
different.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah. Okay.
So
he-
he's
you would know-
basically the mage equivalent of a flat earther, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah. He also belongs to the Ghost Club cabal, which
doesn't it?
deal with paranormal events in and around London.
That's my kind of guy.
He
So he
doesn't.
deals with the paranormal, but doesn't believe in the
He
paranormal.
was
Yes.
paranormal.
Yes, exactly.
he-
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little.
Why wasn't he around when we were dealing with Spring Hill Jack? I'm sure if you'd gone up to him and said, "You don't exist," I'm sure it would have gone swimmingly well.
He would probably come out with something like, "It was just marsh gas."
You,
Oh, I'm going to shoot this guy. I'm going to shoot this guy.
Spring Hill Jack is a spirit, not a ghost.
Yeah. There's-
Fine. We'll bring him back to our cabal, and he can meet the ghost in our fucking basement.
That's true, yeah. Dr. Ambrose says, now,
With a
gentlemen, please calm down, calm down.
Oh, don't,
We're
come
all
on.
different people here with different ideas and beliefs. I believe Madame Theresa has brought us all together for a particular reason. Now, she doesn't do things just out of the blue, you know. I mean, take a look at myself. I'm a
Well, no,
psychologist.
she has to wait for someone to die.
Yes, but I am a psychologist, and I'm looking into seances and on the mind, and to try and dismiss this magic is if it's either hysteria or magic. I mean, I will be watching Madame Teresa. Don't get me wrong. She is a particularly powerful mage, but I would detect any foul doing if she starts using magic, and I would call her out on such. She said that she will not use magic in this. And therefore, I will hold her to that. Lady Margaret just sits there quietly, looking down at her hands on her lap.
Someone else to take over before I go mad.
Oh, too late.
I'm going to lose my rag with this guy. I know I am.
The internet getting its own back.
Rob knows how to push my buttons, clearly. I hate stupidity so much.
Are you going to love what's coming in Warhammer then?
I do. I play a slightly different character in Warhammer.
Yeah. But you're going to love it.
I don't remember where we got up to in Warhammer, where we left off.
You're in Nuln currently, but that's another game. Let's get back to London.
Yes, let's get back to London. Oh, Lady Margaret, I understand you're hoping to get some answers tonight.
Yes, I am. Very much so. My husband died under mysterious circumstances about 3 weeks ago. I believe his soul is trapped somewhere unnatural. But I came to Madame Therese to look for answers. She seemed the only one willing to help at this current moment in time.
If you don't mind, and you're fully within your right to say no. How did your husband die?
Like I say, I wish I knew. I was in the house and he was in the observatory. And next thing I know, I heard a scream. I dropped everything and ran. By the time I got to the observatory, he was a burnt crisp at the foot of the telescope.
This might sound like a silly and insensitive question, but he wasn't looking directly at the sun, was he?
No, it was in the night. It's night
Oh,
time.
okay. Okay. And what makes you believe that he's trapped somewhere?
We've been married for 15 years, and after a while you get the feeling for your partner, an understanding, and I get that sense that something's watching me, trying to warn me of something, and I just want closure, I guess, just answers. And I asked Madame Teresa if she could help, and she said she would do her best. And so that's
Well,
why
I hope you do get the closure that you need.
I do too. And she said that she would invite you gentlemen along as well, as you are also accomplished mages. I'm not a mage myself, but I know my husband was.
Ah, You're a sleepwalker.
Yes.
Ah. Well, you are very safe here. We will make sure that nothing happens to you.
Thank you.
Hello, Beastman. The Beastman too.
Beastman too.
That's not yours.
We are not intimate enough for you to call me Beastman.
It's the dog and the hamster, both Beastman.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd found my secret online.
No,
identity.
no, don't go there.
Yeah, stop. Just stop there.
What nightmares?
I'll put him back, or do you want him?
He needs to go there.
I need to unpack stuff so we can go back.
Okay, well, someone else should take over the talking then.
Don't need what?
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 On the spot a bit.
You certainly are.
Shouldn't have been asleep then.
Yes.
Been following along. It wasn't. Dropped in it. Thanks.
Ow.
Ow.
That was a bit loud.
What?
Careful.
Mm.
I think we should just fast forward to when she comes back. No
Yeah.
one's got anything else to say.
Okay. If no one's got anything else to say. You sit there doing idle chatter, and then the door opens once more, and Madame Teresa is stood there with a white shawl over her shoulders. The room behind her pitch dark, with a few candles on what looks to be a table. Lady and gentlemen, we are ready to commence. Please, step through, she says as she disappears into the darkened room and takes her seat.
Can I have a look around with... Which is it? Death. Yeah, I'm going to put my Death Mage sight on.
Okay. You don't see any... Wow. You see a spirit of sorts around Lady Margaret, but it's not... It's something half-formed. It's like a shade of some sort that seems to be clinging to her.
So it's a ghost, not a spirit.
Looks to be, yeah. It does have the Stygian resonance to it.
Yeah, because I wasn't able to see it, actually. Okay, yeah, I'll carry on.
Okay. You walk
I'm
in.
just gonna let it go.
You walk into the room and sit down at the chairs around the table. Madame Teresa sits there with her hands flat, palms down, flat on the table, her fingers spread out wide. Her thumb and index finger are touching, and she says, "Please, everybody, do the same and link little fingers together. So make sure they touch. We create a circle."
I am not sitting next to Fairfax.
Okay. He sits down.
Fairfax or New Darwin.
Yes, I think so. I think I have found my antithesis.
In the centre, you can see a couple of candles, and either side of a very nice-looking crystal ball. The room has a perfume about it of incense and spices,
Okay, monkey.
and
No,
you can't see any linen or lines that would draw items and make them float or
yeah,
anything
that's
like
what
that.
waiting for, baby.
Madame Teresa sits there and closes her eyes, and she says, "Please, everybody, breathe slowly and deeply. We'll try and go into a meditation and begin the séance."
I can't. My lungs are awful.
Okay.
Come here.
You just need to close your eyes.
She leads you into this meditation. And the table starts to tremble slightly. The planchette moves to spell out a cryptic message. You feel the temperature in the room drop, slowly at first, and then it goes stone cold. The water in the glass freezes instantly, and a cold wind rustles through the curtains, even though the windows are closed. The candles go flicker for a while, and then they go from orange, and they start to burn blue, and the flames actually increase in length. And there
Is there any
seem
change?
go on,
Carry on.
go on.
I was just going to say, is there any change in the ghost shade person?
Not currently.
Okay.
An oppressive silence fills this room with a suffocating and unnatural sense. It's weighing down hard on your shoulders. You see a fog start to swirl and gather speed within the crystal ball, and then it cracks wide open and shadows begin to move around the room in a natural way. The entity that you're watching, Proteus, detaches itself from Lady Margaret and hovers above the table. It's a shade half formed, a consciousness that shouldn't really exist. You watch as the veil in this world is torn apart, and this ephemeral being just bursts through with a scream. It looks at you with this one glowing eye all around the table in what looks to be a panicked state.
Oh, the big baby pissed.
And you hear in fragmented sentences of a voice far away,
Baby.
"I, in the firmament! I, in the firmament, burning watchtower! Burning!" And then it ends, and the candles are blowing out. You then hear a loud shriek, and the room glows with this entity. And its voice, closer now. "The heavens have been opened! The watchtower is burning! The chained Aurier must not turn!" And you're watching with Mage sight, Proteus, and you start to see paradoxical distortions around this creature, suggesting that it's neither a ghost nor a true spirit, but something corrupted. And with a garbled scream, the entity collapses into a shower of embers and vanishes, leaving behind a glowing, burning sigil on the table. Madame Teresa
That escalated quickly.
stops, and she just looks at everybody. "You all saw that, right?"
Can I still see it?
The spirit? No, it's gone.
Yeah. It's gone now.
He's gone, yeah, completely. Lord Edgar sits there, pale, like a piece of paper. I'd say pale as a ghost, but he's sat there, colour drained completely out of him, and he sits there for a minute. Okay. That was weird. Do you have a toilet, Madame Teresa? Yes, it's it's second door on your right, she says. as he gets up and starts to sort of walk very oddly to the door to the room. You look at the candles, or what's left of them. They are just stubs. They were full candles, but they've burned very fast and rapidly. Lady Margaret sits there, stunned and silent, eyes wide. Was that my husband? Or what's left of him?
I do not know. But whatever that was, it'd been corrupted.
I have a knife.
Ambrose, he gets out a notepad and pen and starts to write. I have never experienced anything like this before. I need to record this.
I thought you did it for me, so.
Because I fermente, infermente,
No.
I infermente.
I in the firmament.
Oh, that's what I meant. It's me reading my own spelling.
Hang on. I will put what he said in chat.
Yes, please.
Or what this creature said in chat.
I. Yeah.
This is the things that he said.
Want me to get changed, Atlas? Auntie, come here. Atlas, come here.
There you go. And this entity has left a burned sigil on the table as well. And it's in the high speech. You can roll intelligence and high speech if you wish.
Can I go worse?
And you all know what the watchtower is as well. Or what a watchtower is. I'll explain in a minute when you've done your roll. Because you're all mages, so you would know exactly what that is.
I'm going to spend a willpower point.
Yep, you can have 3 dice. Nice.
It is intelligence everybody.
No, just Proteus.
Ah.
You can do if you want. If you got high speech, you can do a high speech plus intelligence if you wish.
I Oh.
Are you doing the roll, Enoch?
No.
Okay. Proteus, I'm going to send you a whisper to let you know what that is. And it's up to you what you do with that.
Unscrewed them. Okay. Did it burn into the table?
Yeah, very much so. And the embers are still falling from the ceiling.
Come here.
Burnt embers. And you think back about looking at this entity through your mage sight and the paradoxical distortions around it. You realise it was neither a ghost or true spirit, but something that's been corrupted, something in between. both states. And it wasn't all there either. Something was missing, but it was definitely resonating with Lady Margaret. If you want to roll, you got death, haven't you?
Yeah, only
Okay.
one though.
Okay, yeah, that's okay.
Um,
If you want to roll intelligence, death, and occult, you might get a better idea of what you saw.
I've got death too.
You wasn't looking at it though.
No.
Oh no, you would have seen it. No, you would have seen. You can do it. Yeah. So intelligence, occult,
Sorry, when
and
it came
death.
out.
Yeah, yeah. So when it materialized, yeah. So intelligence, death, and occult. It might give you a bit more information.
When I use willpower, does it last for a scene?
No, just for that roll.
Not so. I'll try anyway.
Okay. Madame Teresa just sits there in shock, eyes wide, going, I've never seen anything like this ever. I've done many of these and never seen anything like this.
Well, like I said, nothing could possibly go wrong. I think that was a successful seance.
Oh, sorry. Hang
I
on.
thank you very much, Madam Teresa, for this experience.
Proteus, I made a mistake on that key. It's this instead. That's what it actually means. Sorry.
Oh, what the high speech?
Yeah, the rune on the bit's burned on the table.
The rune is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lady Margaret turns to you, Quatermain. That was my husband. I know it. I know that was my husband. He's not at rest. Please, you must find out what happened to him. What happened to his soul? That's not normal.
That was not a ghost or a spirit.
That was my husband's voice. I heard it.
What was it?
Please, you must do something.
You know more about this boogie boogie stuff, Proteus. What was it then?
I know very little about
Let's go to bed.
all this oogie boogie stuff. I'm wondering if Vanitas knows more than I. I just happen to be maybe looking in the right place at the right time.
Do you want to roll occult or arcana? It'd be intelligence based.
Occult.
Yeah, so if you want to roll intelligence and occult,
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
okay, nope. Anyone
Zero
else?
again.
Yeah.
Is that for a different thing than we just did?
Yeah, this is for something else.
Yeah.
You can all roll if you want.
Ah, I got one.
Proteus, yeah. You recognise that the chained Ori is an obscure group believed to have vanished in the Great Fire of London in 1666.
Oh, they're a group. It's not an actual orrery.
No,
Okay, that's why I was thinking it was an actual orrery.
it's a lost order of the Concilium.
Right. What did it say about it? We must not turn.
And they disappeared during the Great Farallon.
Yes.
Did he say turn or did he say return?
Must not turn. At least that's what the DM told me.
Yeah, now I'm just more confused because I thought it meant an actuary, which would make sense.
Maybe it does. Maybe it's both.
And what's the watchtower?
Right.
The watchtower. Yeah, go on.
You as a mage, you would know that the watchtower is when you become a mage and awaken. That's where you sign your name or your true name into a ledger of sorts, and marking your soul as a mage. This watchtower allows you to draw the supernal energies from the supernal realms and actually work your magic. Now, with the watchtower burning, that's quite an ominous turn of events, as that means that something is putting them into danger.
If the watchtower was gone, basically mages would lose their ability to access magic.
Yeah, when the silver ladder shattered and created the abyss, mages for quite a while lost the ability to use magic. It wasn't until the watchtowers were built that mages reconnected to the supernal realms. No one knows who built them, but everybody knows they exist and they are there. Rumoured to house godlike beings known as the exarchs, which is what the seers of the throne worship, but also the Concilium believe that these watchtowers are constantly being fought over, which is why they don't have full sway or hold upon them.
Because I thought the exarchs were bad.
They are bad, yeah.
But if they basically held the watchtowers anyway.
No, they
originally.
didn't. They didn't build them. No one knows who built them, but the exarchs try to control them, because if the exarchs can control the watchtowers, they control who gets magic.
Yeah.
Which is why you guys are always at odds with the seers of the throne. Think of the exarchs like as nobility and want to stop the peasantry from having cars, essentially, if you like. For a more mundane turn of events.
But there's more than one watchtower.
Yes. Yeah, there's a watchtower that exists for the major arcanum, which is why you guys are called the Pentacle Mages, because there's 5 of them in total. They believe that the dragons still control, essentially. Which is
the creature said the watchtower is burning.
Yeah.
Narrowed it down at least.
If you want to roll wits and... No, sorry. Roll composure and empathy.
Ooh.
Mm. Look at Proteus go. Wow.
I've actually got composure.
And empathy.
Surprising absolutely no one, I have 0 empathy.
Yeah.
I
I learned better.
have composure but no empathy.
We can still roll composure, which would be 1 dice. So you can still do it. Composure and empathy, and then just roll. Yeah, there you go. You got 4.
Jesus.
Oh no, hang on. No, I didn't do that correctly. Sorry.
Okay.
Ignore my roll.
Okay.
There
Oh,
we go.
still 2. Okay.
It's still good.
Forgot to select
Quatermain,
as well.
you pick up that Madame Teresa, although she's in a state of shock, when
You
you mention Sir Percival, you notice a twitch to her, as though she's not speaking, as though she's withholding something.
is your composure 6?
Who?
You.
No, it's 5.
I thought that if you're unskilled in a thing, it takes off 2.
Oh no, hang on. I've got 3, but next to it there's a 5 in brackets.
Yeah, that'd be a merit then, probably.
Oh, right, yeah, probably. Okay, that's fine.
So
I was like, wow.
it's off danger sense. That's what it is.
Ah.
So yeah, you would have only got, let's say, 1 success. So yeah, you realise that although she's in a shock, she's she wasn't expecting what she saw.
Good dinner?
I don't think any of us expected what we saw.
That was Margaret.
Mm.
In
So Madame Teresa, you get the feeling that she's not said a great deal.
So you're telling us we need to rough her up a bit more.
It's up to you guys.
Okay. I shall use my 0 in empathy.
Yeah.
Madame Teresa, what is your opinion on all this? Surely you know more about what the spirits are up to than any of us.
Ghosts.
Oh, that was certainly a shade of a ghost, a part of a consciousness. It wasn't entirely what I was expecting. The spirit seemed in agony, seemed torn in pain. I'm sorry, Lady Margaret.
Right.
I don't know how to fix this. Your mage sight shows that the spirit has reconstituted itself back around Lady Margaret.
Okay, back to how it
Yeah, how it was, yeah.
kind of seen before, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh shit! Which one was the? Who was the non-mage?
Lady Margaret.
Are the? Oh, both the other 2 are mages.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe someone should escort Lady Margaret home while we discuss this further.
I will. I'll go.
Okay. Thank you, Vanitas. It would be
The
appreciated.
other Morris mage runs away.
It would
Really
be
helps.
appreciated. Thank you, Vanitas. Would you be so kind to us to call a cab for us?
Yeah.
She gets up from the table and nods her head to Madame Teresa. Thank you, Madame Teresa, for allowing this for me. But my husband, he sounds in agony and pain. Is there nothing you can do? And Madame Teresa sits there and just shakes her head quietly, her lips pursed. Lady Margaret looks to you, at Quatermain, Enoch, and Proteus with pleading eyes. Is there anything you can do?
Not currently, but maybe if we can find out more and see.
Oh, that's odd. The sigil. And she points to it.
Who? Margaret.
Yeah.
You recognise it?
Well, no, it just seems to be like an arrow pointing towards where my house is. Same direction. How bizarre. And she then leaves the room with Vanitas and heads out onto the street to get into a cab and head home.
Maybe someone should go with her to her home.
Well, Vanitas is.
Maybe.
Oh, I thought Vanitas was just accompanying her to the taxi.
No,
Now I'm taking it back.
yeah.
Right, okay, that's okay then.
Vantas, if you have a look for Lego on your way back.
Yeah, I'll have a look around for him.
Okay.
Hoping he's not strayed too far.
He's probably wondering.
Probably gone to get a kebab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you guys wanting to do next?
Go home and sleep.
Discuss with. Assume. Madam, I assume you are a Morris mage?
I am, yes. I've concentrated more in death arcana than matter, however.
I suspected.
The seances can bring in a pretty penny when loved ones want to speak to their dead partners. I sensed a presence around Lady Margaret and thought to draw it out using mundane methods and to also prove to, and she looks to Dr. Kettering and Lord Fairfax, who's just returned, that people can do this without magic. Dr. Kettering stops writing and looks up at her. Indeed. I didn't think it would be possible, but maybe seances for the mundane, for the sleepers, is a thing. And if so, we need to be careful, as this could tear the veil, as we saw. Even I saw the paradoxical energies swirling around here. Lord Fairfax stands leant against the door, with a large cigar in his hand, smoking it. Well, that's the turn up for the books. I thought I'd seen most things, but damn. Guess I'm going to have to start studying death and spirit. I thought it was always rubbish and poppycock. Certainly changed my mind. Maybe.
Oh,
What
we
do you normally
certainly
do
will
in
have a
your
lot
cabal? I'm really confused.
Well, we go around trying to debunk paranormal activities. And to be fair, we've always managed to do that. Always been something like a loose door or rattling window in the wind and a dog 2 streets away howling in the night. And it's not spirits or spooks. Never have I come across such an entity as this, however.
So you debunk stuff rather than actually. Well, rather than.
I wouldn't go down this path, Proteus.
Yes, we did debunk things, but but we've never actually had any physical evidence or proof of spirits from beyond until today. Like I said, it certainly changed my mind and opinion on it all.
Right. Okay. Anyway. Does anyone know if... Actually, no, she heard him scream, didn't she?
Who?
So, is Sir Percival. And
Yeah,
she was
you
in the kitchen or something, so...
you all
she was
heard.
at-
Oh yeah, she heard Sir Percival scream when he was in in his observatory.
the telescope observatory was is at their home.
Yes, in Greenwich. So they basically live next door to the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, and that's where he
Oh.
studies. And he had his own observatory as well on the grounds of his house, and that's how she knew he had an accident of sorts.
So does anyone else know about the chained orrery? Orrery.
No, I don't know.
Whoa.
The Lord Fairfax and Dr. Kettering look at each other and shake their head. Don't know.
From the bits I recall, they were a group or a lost order of the Concilium who disappeared during the Great Fire of London.
I told him he shouldn't look into this. I told him it would be too terrible a thing. I've warned him,
Who's saying this?
Madame Teresa.
Warned him what?
Sorry. It's irrelevant.
It's
I don't
obviously
think
not.
it's relevant.
I
I think
think
it sounds like it's very relevant. If you told someone not to do something and they've done it, and now this has happened, I think it's
What
very
was-
relevant.
What was he looking into?
Sir Percival, he was looking into the chained orrery. He was looking into it. I told him it would be the end of him and that nothing good would come of it. But he was insistent on looking for the key. He said if he could get the key and get the machine to work, then he would be able to look beyond the veil and beyond the abyss. I told him it wouldn't work, and it would be potentially dangerous, and that no mage should witness what's beyond the veil in such a manner. Astral
And
travel
you
is...
thought that was irrelevant information.
Oh, I didn't think it was linked until you mentioned the grand or the lost or the chained ori.
So if he could get the key and get the machine to work, he could look beyond the veil.
Yeah, it's what he is after.
Bring it-
He said it would bring great understanding of the watchtowers and the realms supernal. I should have stopped him. Oh, Percy.
So how was he looking into it? He died at his telescope.
I don't know. He did all of his work at his house in his study. That's all I know. He
I think we should split up.
Do you know what kind of mage Percival was?
Yes, I do. He was a Brimus. He studied prime forces and prime. But he also had a very scientific mind in the astronomy as well. He was very well versed. Brilliant mind, actually. He loved it. He loved delving into space and time as well. He thought it was fascinating. Lord Fairfax sits there and he says, damn fool. Guess I'm not going to get that money back now. I lent him a significant sum of money to study the stars and chart them. He said he was onto something big and needed funding. I funded it. He said it would be the biggest discovery mages have ever seen. He didn't tell me what it was, however. Just kept it quiet to himself. Fuck.
I don't suppose he gave you an area in the sky?
No, he just said he would come clean with all the information once he was certain and he knew what was going on and happening. He said he could see things beyond being able to see. I didn't know what he meant. But if he was looking beyond the abyss, beyond the veil, he's seen things that no mage should ever see. In doing so, something may have looked back at him and took an interest, which is never any good. Listen, if you intend to investigate this, I urge you to be cautious.
Cautious is our middle name.
We're always cautious.
This
You never get into trouble.
This path has set Percival's soul in torment. He was searching for secrets that I don't think any mage should ever look at or discover. So I urge you, be cautious of your path going forward here, gentlemen. It could prove your undoing, and we could be having another seance for you as well, if things could turn out badly for you.
Oh, sounds like we've got a job to do.
You mean something else? No.
No, not something else. This is something for you guys, because Lego is out gallivanting around doing other things.
Yeah, this is our thing. I think we should keep him out of this.
I fully expect him to be frolicking currently.
He's frolicking.
Yes.
Okay, he's frolicking.
That's what I expect.
He's probably trying to think of a way to get the vampires and werewolves to go to war with each other.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's passing messages between them.
Oh, who can I piss off this week?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, something like Adam does through the internet.
Okay.
I'm just racist. He's starting wars. There's a difference.
Oh dear. Okay, a good definition. Yeah.
Right. I suggest we go home and go to sleep and in the morning we can discuss our options.
So you're going back to your sanctum and going on next morning, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're already on the 1st of April now, so you all wake up better for it on 8:30. You can all get a willpower point back and take a 1 beat and 1 arcane beat.
Woo!
Ooh.
So 1 beat and what? Okay, 1 beat.
Yeah, Vanitas, you get to Lady Margaret's place of residence, and there you see a very nice manor house on the green. Just off to one side is the large observatory of the Royal Observatory of Greenwich, but also in the grounds of this house is what you could consider a conservatory, but it's got a domed top. The sides have been painted white, and there's a large slide that comes up, which is currently shut at the moment. But you guess that was Sir Percival's own private study as well as observatory. Lady Margaret thanks you for escorting her home and to the door. And do you leave her at the door and go back to the sanctum, or what do you do?
I like to go in for tea.
Okay, Lady Margaret says it is rather late, but okay, just to calm the nerves. And she goes, makes a tea for you and herself, and you sit and chat for a little while in the house.
Oh, I want to have a look around this house.
Okay, it's currently midnight when you're doing this. But it is a grand Georgian-style townhouse in an area well known for its connection to astronomy and navigation. There's an eerie stillness inside, as though something is watching you.
Ooh. Oh, can I do a roll to see what's watching me?
You can try, yeah. You can certainly try. So do how are you doing this? Are you doing it through mundane senses, which will be perception, or are you opening up your mage sight?
Mage sight.
Okay, what arcana are you using?
I mean, I'll use death or matter. Probably death.
Okay, you open your mage senses up using the death arcana. Make a perception roll, please. Okay.
I've eyes of the dead. Does that do anything?
That's a rote, isn't it?
Do
Oh no, it's an attainment. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
The mage can see ghosts and souls in twilight when using active mage sight with death. So this is what you're doing. So you are already doing this anyway. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, you will be able to see this shade that's been hanging around Lady Margaret. It still clings close to her, as though it's a frightened animal. But it's not that's watching you, it's something else. And you, with that roll, you get a whisper in your ear. It says, "Come, observatory."
Oh, I don't know if I want to follow. Oh. Can I ask Lady Margaret what's it about?
What is what about?
The fact there are two. Can I inform that there are two entities
She doesn't know.
in her?
She's
Or what can I tell?
You can tell
She's
her,
got no-
but it'll scare the shit out of her.
And I could stay here then and protect her.
Okay, yeah.
What's her name? Congo?
Okay, so how are you doing this?
I'll just sit her down. And I'm going to ask about the observatory, and that there are two entities, and what is telling me to go to the observatory.
You mean to say that this house is haunted with two ghosts?
Yeah. One. One's a lot nicer than the other, I should say.
Okay, so which one's the one I should stay away from?
Probably the observatory one.
I've not been in there since I found my husband. I locked the door. I don't want to go back in there. And the other one?
It feels like it's protecting you.
Is that why I feel my husband's presence?
More than likely.
Percy. I won't go into the observatory then. Not until it's clear. I have a spare room if you want to stay the night.
Yes, that would be lovely, thank you.
Maybe having a mage that is as skilled as yourself will help keep that evil one away. Maybe.
Yeah, best to be on the safe side, really.
Very well. I'm going to retire now for the night. If you go up the stairs, it's the second door on the right.
Okay.
The bathroom is dead opposite. Good night, Mr. Vanitas, and thank you.
Good night.
And she heads upstairs, leaving you alone downstairs. And your mage sight is still open because it's the scene. It lasts for the scene. And you hear the voice again. Come, observatory. You need to see
shit.
this.
See what?
Silence.
Well, speak up.
It's just quiet.
Oh, how do I get this thing to talk? Can I call it names until it talks to me?
You can do what you like.
Oi, rat bag.
Silence.
You pervert. I can't think of anything else.
That's your plan?
Shouting at the door.
Pretend it's Adam. What? Thought you'll find more names.
Jesus. You're a mage.
Horse lover.
Oh my god. Stop.
If
You're
I,
a fucking mage. You have access to unlimited magic, and you think the best thing to do is just call it.
I don't want to go because I don't want to get trapped in the observatory on my own.
are you retiring to bed then?
I'm sure it'll let you sleep. Fine.
Okay, now, okay, it was probably one of me stuff. I'm going off to the observatory. I'm listening to it.
Are
Oh
you,
dear.
I'm succumbing to the powers that be.
okay, so you're heading to the observatory. Is it, I'm just making this clear. You're heading to the observatory.
Yeah, could I put on my mage armor?
Yes, you certainly can. Yeah. Which mage armor are you putting on?
Death.
Okay, so you activate your death arcanum for mage armor. You get to the door to the observatory and to Sir Percival's study. You try it. It's locked, but you notice that the key is still in the lock on this side of the door. What do you want to do?
Oh, I have speak with. I've just realised I've got speak with dead. Can I use that?
Yeah, you can use that. Yeah, roll for it. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for it. What do I do?
Okay, so click on the rote. It will bring up a window. You can use
Yeah.
a dedicated tool. Also, you can add one for the environment because of where you are. And you then roll for casting time. So click on advance for casting time if you want it instant.
Yeah.
I think that's
Where do I want me to add? Where do you want me to add one?
so under tools. So if you look under, let me just bring up a sheet for a mage. So under
I don't see
under Yantra. So click tool
tool. Yeah.
and then click environment.
Environment.
Okay. Then add your free potency.
Potency.
Top of the page on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Okay. Click advanced on duration so it lasts the scene.
Yeah.
Scale it's U, so that's okay. So click advanced for casting time for 1 turn.
Yeah.
Range is yourself, so leave that as it is. And then once you've got that, click cast spell and it should roll. Okay, you got 2 paradox. Do you wish to contain that paradox or release it?
Oh. Ooh. Against my better judgment, I'll release it.
Oh, shit. Right, okay.
It's the evening, and he is tired.
Okay. I need you to roll wisdom, please. To start with.
Wisdom. What is wisdom?
Next
It
to
went with your releasing the paradox.
it's top of the sheet next to willpower.
Oh, there. I can't see.
You are very, very lucky. Very lucky.
No.
But unfortunately, the spell goes through, and the door starts and starts to shake in its door frame. It starts to rattle violently. The key actually rattles out of the keyhole and drops to the floor like a lead weight. Glowing light appears under the door and just shines up at you as the door, as though something's on the other side trying to break through. You hear howling and screams and a wind on the other side of this. Lady Margaret gets to the top of the stairs and you hear her shout, "What on earth is going on?" As the door just shatters into pieces.
I'm telling her to run.
And
shout from here, run!
It shatters into pieces and you take 2 lethal wounds as the splinters slam into you. And you see a huge tear in the ceiling of the observatory beyond, with a huge yellow eye just staring through it, looking at you.
Is it just one eye?
Just one big fuck off eye looking at you through this tear.
Holy shit.
Sauron.
I thought you were just going there to sleep the night.
Sauron wants his ring.
I was, and then the observatory called to me. I had to answer it.
They've done a bongo.
No, you didn't have to.
I now need you to make a willpower roll, please, Vanitas.
Oh.
The more you're rolling, that means you're still alive. So
Okay. You feel a pull on your very soul, and the voice in your head is extremely loud, and it says, "The watchtower burns. Look through the scope. Look through the telescope." You can resist it if you wish, and try and repair the door, or block it up, or you can look through the telescope. The choice is yours.
Oh. I'm going to try and resist it for now.
The wind is howling. It feels like it's trying to drag you in. What are you doing?
I'm going to stand my ground. I don't want. I'm going to try and like. And not listen to it.
Okay.
Oh, also can I check on where Lady Margaret is? If she's still upstairs.
She's upstairs and she's ran to her room and shut the door and locked it. You're on your own. I need you to make a strength and athletics roll, please.
Oh, poo. Athletics. Strength.
You feel an invisible grasp wrap around you like coils of a snake, and you are pulled into the observatory. You turn your head and watch as the door repairs itself and puts itself back together again. And you hear the voice above the howling wind. "Look at the burning tower!" This eye just watches you.
What if I don't?
You need to make a willpower roll.
Who?
You were so lucky.
Well, tough. I'm not looking at it.
You realise you're in a battle of wills now, and this creature is pulling you ever closer. You need to make another strength and athletics roll. You manage to stand your ground and brace yourself against its pull. If you spend a permanent willpower, you can break free and exit the astronomy.
Astronomy.
The observatory. Sorry. So it'd be 1 permanent willpower, and you can break free.
Yeah, I'll spend a.
It's not a normal experience point. It's not another willpower point. This is a permanent willpower, so you've got to reduce your willpower by 1 completely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. You do so, and you run to the door. You open it and chuck yourself through, and it slams shut behind you, and you just hear, "I will be waiting."
I'm gonna call it a bitch and run down the stairs.
Oh, you're already downstairs on the ground floor, and you just see it. I will take you apart piece by piece if I have to. You realise you've lost a piece of yourself to this entity or whatever it is.
Oh god. I'm still gonna spend the night here.
Okay, so you're heading upstairs to the bedroom.
Yes.
Okay, so you head to bed. Okay.
I'm gonna sleep on the sofa.
Alright. The voice doesn't let you sleep very well at all. You don't get a willpower point back, as you have a very restless night as it sits there mocking you. You realise that by releasing the paradox, it's giving it power in this realm, and it will remain so for quite a considerable amount of time. Maybe if you hadn't released the paradox, it wouldn't have this effect on you, and you would have got a quiet night's sleep. Every so often you hear Lady Margaret whimper and cry.
Could I take this creature back with me to where I'm staying?
What creature?
Like the is it a creature or just an entity?
Which one? In the observatory?
Yeah.
Roll intelligence, occult, and spirit.
Whole where's spirit?
Spirit is your asthma.
Yeah, your magic.
It's your
Oh, magic.
As a Moros mage.
Yeah, you don't have it, or shouldn't have it. You realise that this entity is an abyssal entity, and it's been in the observatory for a while. It's what was observing you, watching you, in this place, and possibly with the entity that has made what is left of Sir Percival frightened.
I have 0 prophecies to begin with, so I don't really care when I'm being watched by something. Doesn't spook me at all. I am unfazed.
Okay. So you spend the night downstairs on the sofa, but unfortunately you don't get a very good night's sleep due to the voices that seem to be plaguing you all through the night, mocking you, laughing at you.
I'm going to mock him back.
And we get to next morning. Everybody that's at the sanctum realises Vanitas hasn't returned home. So, what's everyone doing?
My gardening.
Okay. Quatermain.
Waitermain is going to go to his. Oh no, he's not Bongo. I really want to research, but he's not a researcher. Not in his nature. It's. What would Quatermain do in this situation? He will probably go to the conservatory to see the observatory. See if he can gather any clues from there.
What, the Royal Observatory or Sir Percival's?
No, the Percival's, yeah.
Okay. What is Enoch doing?
Okay. Sure what I do until we convene. Main.
Okay, let's speed this up a little bit then. Are you all heading to the observatory at some point this morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you're all heading there then. Okay. I will fast forward to 9 o'clock. Okay, Vanitas, or 9:50. Vanitas, as you and Lady Margaret having a bite to eat for breakfast, there's a knock at the door. Lady Margaret gets up from her seat and heads to it. And after a few moments, you see Quatermain, Enoch, and Proteus enter the kitchen. You look at Vanitas, and he has dark rings under his eyes, as though he's not slept all night, as well as Lady Margaret. And both of them look shell-shocked, not in a good way.
Oh, Vanitas, you didn't wait long, did you?
Jesus Christ.
Nah, there's something scary in the house.
Something
Really? You don't say?
Yeah.
Well, we're here to put things right. Let's go to the observatory and his study and gather some clues.
Yeah, about that. I kind of annoyed the entity that's in the observatory.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Is the if I put my mage sight back on, is the normal entity still around Margaret?
Yes, it's still around her, and you realise it is cowering from something.
Okay.
It's like a scared dog, essentially.
Yeah.
I kind of called it a horse lover.
Sorry, are you saying there's something else here?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be an abyssal entity.
What, like Spring Hill Jack?
Yeah.
That's not good. I remember the last time we dealt with something like this. Scared. Oh, let's go to the observatory then and see what's what.
Before we do that, maybe we should just talk to the shade spirit entity here. And I don't mean just by another seance.
How do you plan to do that?
Well, the entity is right here. So I'm assuming Vanitas can speak with the dead
Yeah, I can.
because I really don't want to do it. Maybe we should ask the entity beside Margaret what it can tell us first, and if anything. Maybe it has some
Right.
memories of the Percival and the attack, and some knowledge about the entity in the observatory.
Percival, did you catch?
Just
Um,
go easy with it because it
do
looks
you
terrified.
do you know what entity might be?
You need to
Cast
be.
a spell, then.
You need to be casting
You
a
need-
spell. Speak
yeah,
with the dead.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Please don't insult it. Please don't call it a horse lover. Please.
Be gentle with it.
So,
It's terrified.
cool
It's
environment.
obviously had a trauma. So, earn that empathy point.
I haven't got empathy.
Well, if you
No.
do well in this, you'll be able to spend your XP in empathy. And obviously, we won't be able to hear it, so you'll need to relay everything.
Okay. Do you want to contain the paradox or let it go?
I'm containing this one.
Okay. I need you to roll wisdom then, please.
Yeah.
Okay. You take 1 point of bashing damage, which will heal within like 15 minutes, so it's fine. The spell goes off, and you see or feel the entity detach itself from Lady Margaret and come and sit opposite you, Vanitas. It's not all there, however, and its consciousness has been shattered. It's very frightened of the entity that's in the observatory.
Does it seem very much like Cabal?
Like Kabar.
Cabal, yeah. Like when we first met him.
No, this entity, although his soul's been shattered, it's not got any semblance of conscious thought, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You can still communicate with it, but you might get weird adjectives or strange mannerisms from it.
Not me.
So yeah, Vanitas,
Get to interpret.
you get to interpret its thoughts.
First, ask if it knows about the other entity, if it's come across it before.
The shade twists and turns and hides under the sofa.
Oh, it has. Do you remember the first time?
You feel heat. A burning heat all over your body. Doesn't do any damage, but you feel a heat all over your body.
Um, can I roll something to interpret that?
Yeah, you can roll presence and empathy.
Present. I have no empathy. I would just roll presence because I've got no empathy.
Yeah, okay. That's enough. You get the feeling that when it noticed this being watching this spirit or this person is when he burned to death.
Oh. Um. Has it always been in the observatory?
Lady Margaret throws some flour onto the table, or salt, should I say, because it's on the breakfast table, and it writes no.
Did you do anything that may have caused it to appear?
It draws the words "looked beyond" and
Looked beyond.
looked beyond,
Looked beyond what?
and it looked back.
What did you look beyond?
You see the curtain move.
The light?
It moves
She's
again.
saying this out loud, so Proteus will say, "You look beyond the veil."
The veil is not the curtain. Why did you want to look beyond the veil?
A book falls to the floor from the bookshelf next to you.
Could I pick up the book?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna place it on the table.
Another book falls off the shelf and lands on the floor.
Knowledge. I'm guessing.
The books stop falling. When you say knowledge, the books stop falling.
Were you prepared for something to look back at you? Oh, what's the surprise?
What are you asking him? Was he surprised that something looked back?
Yeah.
It writes in the salt on the table. No. Yes, sorry. No. It writes in there, yes, surprised.
Oh, guys, help me think of other questions. God.
I don't know. When did Nietzsche say the quote? I don't know if the quote exists yet or not.
Nietzsche was before all this.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the quote?
Well, the old adage of when you gaze long into the abyss will gaze back. As the shorter version.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the quote by Nietzsche?
You're asking the spirit this.
Yeah.
You you realise that one of the books on the table under your hand is actually written by Nietzsche.
Complete works of Nietzsche.
Yeah.
You should have started with that book.
Oh, dang it. I should have done.
He who fights with monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster, and gaze long into an abyss. The abyss. Scary.
He breaks up its internet.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
As this is going on, you hear at the front door, Lady Mo, I'll be back in a moment. And she gets up to go and answer it.
I'll go with her just to check.
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Run a test.
Yeah.
Ask about the orrery.
Do you know about the orrery?
You're talking about the chained orrery,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it? Yeah, the chained orrery. It draws a symbol in high speech in the salt, but it's not perfect. It's imperfect. So if you want to roll intelligence and high speech,
I don't think I know high speed.
you should do
high
it.
speed.
Yeah, you're a
One.
mage.
It'd be in merits. You will have high speech.
Oops.
Oh, put and then
So look at your intelligence and then add whatever dots you have in high speech to that roll. The rune, you know what it is. It is high speech, but you don't know what the rune actually means because it's too broken up.
there you go.
Vanitas, however, you look at it and you know you start to piece it together, this rune, and it is the rune of a key. It just says it basically just says key.
What kind of key?
You get a feeling that this entity is just shrugged. And you get the books in front of you open up.
And we'll have a look at the books and see if anything like stands out.
Nothing stands out. These are just normal books. But if you want to roll composure and academics,
Composure, academic.
no.
Nope.
Okay. Oh. You don't know what it's trying to get at on that one. And as you stand there or sit there trying to read through this book and look at these pages that are flipping over, the entity that you're talking to, the remnants of Sir Percival, you feel a frustration overcome you, an emotion of frustration as he's trying to explain but can't quite grasp the meaning or the words to convey himself properly. And this must be incredibly difficult for such an intelligent man of this time. and the entity starts to rip pages out of the book and throw them everywhere. All these pages just start to be pulled out and just get thrown around the room which you're currently in. It's like a whirlwind now, going around destroying all the books in this particular room.
Well, that's just churlish.
As that's going on, we go to the front door. Lady Margaret. Go
Is
on.
there a window by the door first?
Yes. Yeah, there will be.
And I kind of nip forward and look through the window to see.
Yes. You see 3 men dressed in very smart in black jackets, white ties, and bowler hats. They stand there with briefcases and satchels. One of them's wearing wireframe glasses and has got a moustache. Very well groomed.
Okay.
They knock at the door again.
I shrug at Lady Margaret.
Do I open the door?
I mean, they could just be lawyers or something. So, I
Okay.
don't know, maybe you'll recognise them. I don't, obviously.
And she has a peek as well. Oh, it's them. Royal Society. The Royal Society. They're They said they would be over, but I didn't know when. I'll best open the door. Just a moment, see what they do.
Now might not be the best time for them.
I understand. Let's just see what they want first. And she opens the door. Ah, Lady Margaret. Glad we could catch you. We came yesterday, but you weren't in. No, I had to attend to my husband's affairs. Ah, yes, you're late, Sir Percival. I'm terribly sorry about that. But we're from the Royal Society, and we have a vested interest in his research. We was wondering if we could have access to his study, please, so we could look through his work and take any of it to the Greenwich Observatory, where we will continue his work. She sort of gives you a sideways glance. Okay, that's not really a good time at the moment. Is it possible to come back later? Well, we've got a slot this morning. I was hoping to get this terrible business out of the way this morning, if that's okay with you. What do you want to do, Proteus?
I want to... Where is it? You remember the spell thing I did to find out, when I was trying to find out if the dog was a werewolf? Does it show mages? Because they're supernatural.
What are you looking at? Life, is it?
I think it was Prime.
Ah, yes, Prime. Yeah, Prime would show if somebody is a mage.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay behind the door at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm not in their vision. But if I can try and do it more discreetly, even more discreetly.
Okay, so if you that case, then I would like you to roll wits and stealth as you try to remain hidden.
Okay.
Yes, which you do. You manage to stay in the shadows, and you start to quietly cast this spell.
Would it be a level 1 or a level 2 Prime?
It'd be level 1 because you're using sight, so it would just be level 1. You can use your tool. You can't use environment.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do.
Go for it.
Are there any sleeper witnesses?
Yes,
A few or one?
a few.
Okay.
You can spend mana to offset that, but it will only take it down to a minimum of 1 dice.
Oh, it's one anyway. Okay.
Okay. The spell works, but first we'll do the paradox. So do you want to contain it or release it?
Contain.
Okay, roll wisdom, please. Yep, you're fine. You feel a small trickle as your nose starts to bleed, however. Take a point of bashing damage.
Yeah.
And you look at them with your now improved sight through Prime. No, these are normal human beings, mortals. Every one of them.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to check they're not seers.
No, these are normal human beings, and you know that the Royal Society is a genuine body at the Greenwich Royal Observatory, and yeah, they're here to look through the study of Sir Percival and his work, and to take it back.
Just, yeah. I try and whisper and say, just not today. Oh, well,
Okay.
maybe that's, yeah.
No, she would hear that because you're right next to her, just in darkness, and she's covering for you as well. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Can you just give me a couple more days, please, gentlemen? It's been difficult. My husband only recently passed away. It has been 2 weeks, Lady Margaret. I know, I'm fully aware, but please, a marriage of 15 years doesn't end that easily. And you see her start to turn on the waterworks, and she starts to dab at her eyes. Sorry, I didn't mean you distress, Lady Margaret. Please forgive me. We will return later. Sorry for this disturbance, and my condolences. Thank you, Albert. Thank you. Yeah. Good day to you, Lady Margaret. And he takes his hat off and bows and nods his head to her. And they all turn and walk away. And she closes the door and looks at you. Well, that was close. I forgot about them.
Obviously, we'll just need to maybe not ask for, obviously, as Percival was a mage, we just need to, obviously, or someone will need to make sure any of his research.
Yes. Although it wouldn't mean much.
Or it goes to them. But
Although it wouldn't mean much to them if it was magical research, but I understand. Oh my, you've got a nosebleed. Here, I have my hanky.
oh, it's fine. I've got one. It's don't wanna stain yours. Blood's awful to get out sometimes.
Indeed, it can be.
Don't wipe my nose.
Okay, and you head back to the lounge with the others.
The mess, yes.
Yeah, okay. And Vanitas, as you walk in to this Proteus, you see like a whirlwind of books and pages just being torn to shreds everywhere.
What is going on?
Okay, before you jump to conclusions, it wasn't us. The ghost just got frustrated and threw a tantrum.
Frustrated with
Can,
what?
can I have a look at the pages he tore out to work out why he's frustrated?
There's a mass of pages.
It's
not just one page.
It's a whirlwind of pages and books just being torn to shreds.
What was going on before it started tearing out the pages?
We asked about the orrery, and it drew it drew a symbol again. And then it just flipped out.
Could anyone read the symbol?
the symbol
know what the
different
symbol
than the
is?
other one?
Yeah, the symbol
Oh,
is
yeah.
different. Yeah, the symbol is very
someone-
different.
But they worked it out, didn't they?
They did work out.
No.
They did work out what the symbol was, but then they
It meant
asked
key.
another word. They asked another question. That's when the ghost flipped out.
What was the other question?
What was the key?
What was the key? Well, I'm.
Do you want, as you're looking around this room, Proteus, Enoch, you can do this as well. Do you want to roll wits and empathy? You start putting it together, and I'm going to whisper to you both.
I'm confused. If we already looked beyond the veil, I thought we would have already had the key in the machine. Study was the key. Or studying gave him the key.
What are you going to say?
Arena
Oh yeah. Oh, because it has to go through Vanitas, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanitas
Okay,
asked
no.
Vanitas asked a specific question. The ghost or the entity did something. He couldn't understand what it said. Then it flipped out.
Yeah. So studying was the key.
As you say,
Okay.
Oh no! Is that the key is in the study?
as you say,
Maybe.
study.
Which study?
The
Is it really study?
the whole room goes silent, and the pages just flitter to the floor. Lady Margaret just stands there and she goes, "Great, I got to clean all this up." And you just see a word appear in the salt. Sorry.
Why didn't you just write study in the salt?
Because it's disjointed. This entity isn't all there.
It's not fully. Yeah. It's not going on all 6 cylinders.
I'm not going
should
on
know
6
something about
cylinders, but
I know. You've been doing it for a lot longer, obviously. This thing's only been doing it for like 2 weeks.
okay. I will help Lady Margaret clear this study up.
Okay.
She needs a competent man by her side in her vulnerable hour.
I'm currently busy, so he walk after that. He's competent enough to be my brother's boyfriend. He's competent enough to help her.
I can help her. I'm fully capable. And I will protect her, and I'm not going to piss off the entity like someone did. Take Vanitas with you, please.
Already.
Please take Vanitas
Not
with
gone
you.
anywhere yet.
Where are we off to?
I don't know, but take him away.
Okay, ask the entity. Well, so we just call it Percival. If he found the key, did he find the machine, or is the machine the telescope, or part of the telescope? Hence why he was able to see beyond. It is because that's where he was looking, and he's already looked beyond the veil.
Can you all see that?
See what?
Yeah.
The drawing.
Oh
No.
shit! I have my character sheet in the way. No.
No.
Oh, which bit was that to? Did he find the machine? No. Okay. Would ask how he was actually able to see beyond then, but that's probably too complicated a question.
You get
Uh,
you get a drawing.
Okay.
It's very crude.
I hope it's one of Adam's drawings. Oh, it's a cigar.
Is that a penis?
No, it's a telescope. I said it wasn't one of Adam's drawings.
Yeah, you say telescope, and you get
The
a.
telescope. The telescope allowed you to look beyond. I assume that's more briefly than what you were trying to do if you found the key in the machine. That's the key. Ooh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back. My internet just cut out. What have I missed?
Not a lot.
Um, Rob drew a key. But I can't remember which bit I was saying at the time.
Did he find the key and the machine, and he just drew a key?
Oh, so he just found the key. Right, okay. Does it ask it if it has any idea how to block this other entity from, I don't know, coming through, or to be able to push it back or seal it back in?
You ask that question, and the spell ends, and the entity disappears. And you look around and notice it's settled back on Lady Margaret's shoulders, or around them.
Fudge.
You get the sense that it doesn't know the answer to that question.
Yeah. Didn't think so.
But you can all take a beat for that scene if you wish.
Right. If we wish.
Yes, if you wish. You don't have to. Then if you want to.
I think I might want to.
Okay.
Need those XP. I need those beats. Beats. Right. Okay. Vanitas, what can you actually tell us about the entity?
Which one? The abyssal one?
The one you apparently is much nasty.
The nasty one? Big, yellow glowing eyes. Well, one eye I saw. Like
Where,
to torment me.
where did you see the eye?
In the observatory.
You went in the observatory.
I stood outside. It tried to drag me in. I managed to
While
flee.
you're on your own, you thought you'd poke the bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may have made it a bit stronger as well.
Surrounded by bongos wherever we go. What do you mean you made it stronger?
It's very much like um the other entity we faced not too long ago. I
Well, Spring Hill
released
Jack.
yes, Spring Jack. I released paradox.
Oh, you mean when you released Spring Hill Jack with Paradox, you and Bongo, and then you, yeah,
Yeah,
you
so I
also
released.
did staying here, and oh my god, we're gonna have to kill Vantas. Can't take me anywhere. So the big scary entity you made more big and scary.
Yeah, basically.
I I'm I I'm having a cup of coffee. Does anyone else want one?
And on that
What
note,
do you two deal with this?
and on that note, we'll call it a quit to the session there. It's getting 10:30 and it's getting late. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this session. Everyone take one more beat for the end of the session. And I'll catch you all in 2 weeks' time. Thank you very much.
Bye, internet.